Hi, beautiful Scorpio. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Scorpio, this is your yearly forecast for the entire year of 2024. And I do um, somewhat apologize because we're already in the month of February. Depending on when you listen to this, you might be in June and you find this, then obviously you have no idea what I'm talking about because those months are already gone. But even if we're sort of halfway into February, I just wanted to continue to do these, see what is up ahead for you, and yeah, how we can guide you. And I'm going to bring in January and February as a whole anyway, because I just feel like for the entirety of the energy, they need to be here. Okay. So you just might even have to just check, like, is that something that I've resonated with for January? And you can also check for every individual month if you want to come back to it, or if you want to move forward and look like into what's going to be up ahead for you. Just remember that this is how the energy is set today. So if you like what you hear around a certain month, keep doing what you're doing. If you don't like what you hear in a certain month, you know you have the free will and capacity to change it. So that's what's beautiful about this up ahead energies, understanding that they're set for today and that you have the free will to change it. Okay? So, Scorpio, I've already done the sort of main work because it saves a lot of time. It don't stress me out so much that I just had to sit and shuffle for that long on camera. So I already have like one card for each month, and we're just going to get into the clarifiers. So if we start here with January. So January for Scorpio is about a firm foundation. And just remember now how January was for you. This seems to be the time where you have just started to like lay new groundwork, finish things, starting things, finishing things. Like it's all about getting things to get ready, to build on that foundation that you already started, to continue with the project, to make this a solid foundation for your relationship or relationships. It's a situation where you find that ground, you find that foundation, and what really works for you has been the theme for January. We're going to clarify that. Can we just clarify a tiny bit there for January, just to get the feel for it? It also sets off a beautiful like start of the year. Doing that groundwork and just having the feeling like you want to get to a good foundation is really, really good for the rest of the year. Okay, clarifying firm foundation for Scorpio, please. I mean, this is probably one of those life-changing years that we're going to remember for so many different reasons, but mainly to go from that which doesn't work anymore. It just doesn't work anymore. Before we maybe, pushed through, persevered, you hung in there, whatever, but this is the year like, nah, that's not going to work anymore. Or it's time to do that thing, whatever that thing is for you. Like, you might have put it off, you might have waited with it. There's always something where you can do before you actually jump on that opportunity, whatever, and it's like, no, it's time. Okay, can we please have, thank you. Wow. So this is just saying, this is like you putting down your foot. This is you saying, okay, this is the direction. That's what I mean. It's like setting a good direction for the rest of the year, or good intention for the rest of the year, the energy of it. Because it's like, it's very clear where you want to go. It's a clear intention. It's a clear direction. It's headed towards success. It's a very lucrative, positive energy. So because we've already had January, I'm going to stop there and move on to February. And for February, we have Triumph. So when I record this, this is a leap year. So we have 29 days in February, which is really cool. But we have Triumph here for the month of February. And if you haven't already started to feel this, the groundwork that you've been doing for January, just sort of, January might not have been like the most explosive, fun, adventurous, happening month for you, but it certainly brought security and safety and foundation to the situation that you're in. Okay, so we have triumph, we have success, we have whatever success you started in January, you're going to start to see more of that in February, because whatever foundation you lay there, whatever project you wanted to finish, whatever, like you're on your way to success. You're on your way to triumph. So the February month is a really positive month for you. It's a 7, so you're also very guided, protected. You probably, if you felt in the past that you didn't really have clear guidance, you might like start to really feel like you have the angels with you. They're really like on your side and really showing you where to go. Okay, can we clarify the triumph here for Scorpio, please, for the month of February? It's a big healing year for you, that's for sure. Like you're gonna drop some stuff and come into, and just speaking of, claim your power. 7 of Gabriel, stand up for what you believe in, have confidence, and claim your personal power. And we have a couple of those, like we have in June, the power card. We have a couple of places here where it's like, okay, you need to just stand up for who you are and for what you believe in. And February is no different. This is about reclaiming the power. Whatever power you've been giving away to other people, you are now, because this is a triumph card, I don't feel like you feel very defeated or feel like you're not on the right track or whatever. It just really genuinely feels like, okay, so you're gathering your components of yourself, if that makes sense. You're sort of recollecting whatever you've left of yourself out into the universe, or maybe there's been like a lot of helping other people for no real return, like a lot of unbalanced giving but not so much receiving. And this is changing in the month of February for you, because this is when you are I just realized it's another 7. I saw that just now. I didn't see that. So we have 7 for the Chariot, we have 7 for the Triumph, and we have 7 of Gabriel. Talk about being protected and talk about being guided. This is when you're with your angels. This is when you're with your whole team, like your spirit team is just really, which just, it's not like they're on a coffee break and they just don't care about Scorpio whenever they don't feel like it. This is telling me that you're doing something different. Your angels are there with you at all times. Like they never leave your side. Even a little bit can be questionable when you go to the bathroom sometimes. I'm just kidding. This is a situation where you're doing something different, Scorpio. You're reclaiming your power. You're stepping into a higher vibration. You're doing something that now puts you in the vicinity of that guidance. That's why I'm saying it might be the first time that you feel like you actually have some support. Like, where have you been all my life? Well, we've been right here. We've been right here. But where have you been? It's like you're catching up to yourself. And because you're catching up to yourself, you're reclaiming that power within yourself. Now you can start to feel the guidance. So this is a very like powerful and beautiful month for you. It can even be like, you might even be presented with people that sort of is in a little bit in your business that just don't have why are they in your business? Like, it might even be that the universe is sending people for you to stand up against, for you to reclaim your power. And how better do you know that you're reclaiming your power or that you feel powerful? Unless there's a person there or there's a situation there where you actually get to feel it. So you might, that's not you doing anything wrong. Like, why do I attract these situations or these people? Like, am I in that out of shape, out of line situation? No, rather the opposite. You're attracting those people to practice standing up for yourself, to practice this newfound powerful place. It doesn't mean you need to be a bully or that you need to like put people in their place. It's just for you to reclaim who you are, that you don't have to defend or explain anything to anyone. I love this month for you. Okay, and 777 so far. So like the spirit team is like on high alert. You really have that guidance with you. And then come March. So next month we have the Yin, which is a lot of alcohol for you. It's so funny every time. It's a number 2s. It's balance. It's love. It can also be about choices. But the yin, I mean, the yin is the feminine energy. And the yin, we have like a cup there. And the cup is empty. It means that we have a cup. We have opportunities. We have things lining up for you. We have movement. There's energy moving in the direction of what you want. And we saw January and February. So it's like looking really good. And so this is a situation that might be in my experience, it might be the hardest one. And not because it's bad, it's because it's so much that starts to line up, but it's just not 100% ripe. It might be 99.99% ripe and ready. And it's just waiting for that final little touch, or like that final timing, or that little thing, little puzzle piece that just needs to fall into place. And there's your go. Like there's your signal to go forward, to move forward with whatever. This is not a stagnation card. It's not about you not doing anything energetically, like full force energetically, but this is like being, it's about being 100% alert and ready and on like standby and really like wait for the signal. Can we clarify this yin for Scorpio, please? Oh, wow. Didn't I just say we're waiting for the final puzzle piece to fall into place? It's a challenge you can resolve. Withdraw from the drama of others. And I see a little bit of drama play out here. And whether that is like newfound drama, or there's been drama like that's been playing out for like over decades. This is going to be the year for you where you actually forgive people, or you forgive yourself for certain things that has happened in the past. And it's a time to really like move on. We have moving on, like an actual moving on. We have mending. We have all these things going on there. This is... Okay, so February was like a lot about like, okay, so we don't have to defend anything to anyone. You don't even have to explain. It's a social thing that we think we have to explain so much to other people. If you just don't want to do something, you just don't want to do it. Again, you don't have to be a biatch about it, you know? You don't have to bully people because you're saying no. You can be kind and polite and even explain. You can even explain a no. So here's the thing. I don't want to do that. And also, I actually don't feel like explaining myself to why I don't want to do that. It's nothing against you. I just don't want to. And so you're reclaiming that sort of power. You're full force ahead. And this is so much like about, okay, this is a time to really choose your high vibration rather than getting into little petty arguments with people, or this is not the time to be right. Like Abraham says, as in Abraham Hicks, Abraham always says, do you want to be right or do you want to feel good? And it's a choice. It's a true choice. Like, well, I do want to feel good, but don't I also want to be right? Because I am. And it's like, it's just time to drop all of that. It is an opportunity for change here. It's an opportunity to really have things fall into place. And like I said, is that 99.9% thing happening? So if that is like, you just withdraw from that one person that's negative, just don't pick up the phone. Or this is you like not, what is that word? Regurgitating, like not like rehashing things in your mind, just to drop that all together. And that's the final puzzle piece, like, boo, it's just falling into place. So it's like a lot happening that maybe isn't so much happening. It looks like on the physical plane in March, like there's a lot happening and you're like finding your place in all of it. And we have, moving on to April, which is another number 3. What? Which is another number 2. We have yin with number 2 there. And we have another number 2 in the month of April, which is all about, again, balance, choices. And this is a mental conflict. And when I pulled cards on this month, I had like a bunch of the cards come out. I was like, no, I can't do all those cards. We just need one or two to like have a foundation. So there seems to be like a lot going on for the month of April. And the mental conflict for me is when it's talking about when you're starting to really literally branch out. You're thinking in new ways, you're thinking in new capacity even. It's like you're expanding your mind and you're coming into new territory for yourself and maybe even for other people. And it's a little bit, it can be, because we see where you come from the month of March, it can be a little bit, what do I want to use for word? Not really overwhelming, but like a little bit confusing for the mind, because it's like it's such a new place. There's so much movement forward, and yet you might not see the biggest physical change just yet. You just feel it on every level of yourself, like every cell in your being speaking about this shift, and you don't physically see it. You know you're expanding, you know you're thinking new thoughts. You might have put some belief system to the rest, and it's like, I know I'm on the right path, so why isn't there more? It's just a little bit confusing. And I want to clarify this. It's a feeling of new and old, and perhaps judging yourself a little bit. Like, shouldn't I be further than this? Shouldn't I understand it by now? Shouldn't there be some clearance by now? And I also think that you're questioning it's like a control thing as well, and a little bit of your fear. Like, are you really gonna move forward? Are you moving back into your old ways, or are you really moving forward? It's a choice going on in your mind. So for the month of April, can we clarify this, please? This mental conflict, what is this about? For Scorpio, please. Wow. Challenging times. Don't be alarmed though. Maybe I just have one more. For the month of April, find balance. So there's it's another number 2. Find balance. So yeah, April will be a little bit, unless you change something, it depends on when you listen to this. If this is your month and you're like looking for clearance, like all you can really do is find that balance within yourself. Do whatever it takes to find that balance within yourself. It is going to be a little bit of a challenging time for you to want to drop your guard, to want to be feeling well rather than be right, to perhaps forgive yourself or others. And it's a situation where I just feel like if you can just be the most kind that you ever were to yourself, understanding that you're doing the best that you can in a situation that might be a little bit challenging for you. It's really... Okay, I'm going to completely throw my dad under the bus here. Maybe not. But like I'm going to... Yeah. So my dad, who is 77 this year, he turned 77, and he wanted to go back to university and study. And he applied for this course and he actually got in. And he was so excited. He was like, oh my God, like I'm going to go back to school again. 77 years old, I'm going to go back to school. And it was like a fancy program and with all these books and all these, whatever. And it's in a different town that he needed to go like by train for an hour one way every day, or at least like 4 times a week. And obviously he was going to be the oldest one there. And it was like a bunch of 30-year-olds. So he so much wanted this newfound place in his brain, he was so going for it. But it almost felt like he was going for it to the point where it was almost like expected to be a failure from the beginning, because it was the setup that was just, it wasn't, the speed of the course was super, super fast. And the amount of books that they were like supposed to read in this short amount of time, with him getting accepted like 2 weeks after the school had already started. So they were up and running. The other people were up and running, had already finished certain things, and he was just supposed to be thrown in there, not understanding what they were talking about because he hadn't even read some of the books that they had already read. So he was already behind. It's in a new city. Like, I feel anyway, like, okay, I'm supposed to go somewhere and I'm supposed to find my way. And before you even find your way in that bigger city, you're supposed to get to this huge school and then find your classroom and then find your classmates. And you're like 2/3 older than they are and they've already started. So you feel behind in all. He went for 1 day and then he dropped out. He was so exhausted at the end of the night. I've never seen a person more tired in my entire. He was like, I was like, did you fall asleep well last night? He was like, I've never fallen asleep faster in my. It's like on my way down to the pillow. He was like, I was sound asleep. He was exhausted, and he was like, it wasn't even about the school. I find it wasn't even about the school, Scorpio. It was about a newfound place in his brain. And he so overdid it, almost to protect himself, saying, nah, it's better to be safe and sound in the old ways that we've thought before. You know, I'm just gonna settle back into that for a bit and maybe not even study at all, you know? There's something going on here. I'm not saying that this is you going for something and completely failing. I'm not saying that, Scorpio. I'm saying how challenging it is to really start to think in a new way or start something new when it feels really foreign to you. So it is a challenging time. I'm not gonna, like, that's what's coming out, so I'm gonna say it. But it's also bringing you into a deep, deep sense of balance because it's forcing you into that balance, Scorpio. You're forced. This is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is it's starting to turn in your direction that you want. And we might think that just because the wheels are turning, we're going to be all happy. No, it depends on where you're at on that wheel. Are you, like my dad got into that class and he got so much momentum and so many books and so high speed, and he was not up for that speed. So there's like, I think you're with me. So just know I'm practicing, you know, depending when you listen to this, but like for the month of April, if you can do the groundwork for this, if you can like start now, depending on when you listen, but start now with meditation and just find that balance so that you're ready for it, that you're ready for it's not like you're supposed to be ready for something bad that's going to happen. You're supposed to be ready for the wheel of fortune, of speed, of momentum, things picking up. And it's going to be a challenge to your mind to just sort everything out that's going on. Then come May. We have the Yang card there, or Yang, Yin and Yang, Yin and Yang, however you want to say it, which is a number 1. So it's a new energy. It's a new vibrational energy. It's masculine. It's going for it. It's you manifesting what you want. So whatever you did in the month of April, it served you. And it's like you needed to go through it because there's a clearance here in the month of May that's going to really work in your favor. Can you clarify the Yang card there, number 1, please, for Scorpio for the month of May? So we have 4 of Raphael, and I feel like one more. Okay, so 4 of Raphael is, we have Page of Gabriel here as well, and we have 4 of Raphael. So 4 of Raphael is asking you to, okay, what can you do differently? How can you look differently at a situation? Whether that is a relationship in your life, whether that is a work-related situation, whatever that is around your health, around a living situation, whatever this is. We have dragonflies swirling around you. So this is a deep transformational spiritual journey that you're on. and you're inspired to listen, to really pay attention and to listen to what's going on, because you're being shown a new path. We have Raphael, which is all about healing. So simultaneously, this year is about forgiveness and healing and mending and looking at what doesn't serve you and let it go, and perhaps forgive yourself for certain choices, certain things in the past, forgive other people. And this is like bringing out, this is going on simultaneously. And this is bringing out a situation in you that's very emotional, but it puts you like on the right course. It puts you on the right path. Together with Page of Gabriel, which is like a super optimistic energy. It's saying energetic, brave, optimistic, and playful. Follow your passion. You're ready for any challenge, opportunities for excitement and adventure. So it's like you're doing the work. You're doing the foundational work inside yourself, and you're following your passion. You're just sort of, I don't necessarily like the expression powering through, because it feels like just go at no, like don't stop at any, how can I say this differently? I just feel like you have such a strong driving force or like a willpower there. It's not much that's going to sort of get in the way of what you have, the momentum that you have picked up. So the month of May is a really forward moving. It's about like listening to what brings the highest excitement into your life and just follow that light to the best of your ability. May is a beautiful month. And June is where you're stepping into your power. This is like, so we have number 8, which is such a powerful number. It's endless opportunities, infinity. It's you bringing that bravery and courageousness in. This is when you're reclaiming your power. This is a time, I mean, we already saw it in the month of February. This is a time where you are starting to feel it, if that makes sense. Like before, maybe you worked on that power, before maybe you worked on that confidence, or you worked on that, like putting that foot down, or there's been some challenging situations here, some challenging months, or at least one, April, which then sparks, inspires. It's not like things just happen, it's really annoying, and you stay put in the same place. This is when it inspires that power to come out. It inspires you to step into that truth that is really you because of the contrasting situation, right? And so June is it's a power month. Can we clarify the month of June, please, for Scorpio? It's a lion coming out of you. It's like, okay, we have rest and reconsider. This might even be a month that's very, like, it's two purple borders. It's very spiritual. We have rest and reconsider and spread your wings. So this month, might even be a month that is like, I'm not saying nothing happens, but it's like contemplating. It's a contemplating energy that is like every move you make, every breath you take, I'm just kidding, every move you make, do you see how on purpose it is? Like rest and reconsider, to me, this is just a reclaiming of that power, a stepping into like what's really true here for you, what's really powerful, where do you come from the most aligned place, and spread your wings. Like as you then move forward on this path, that's very lit up path, you being connected, you see like from your head, you're being connected, you're walking on this path where there's another light coming in. I just feel like these power points, like you're attracting more and more and more of the things you're really That's really powerful in your life because you are starting to become really powerful. Another way of saying it, like you're reclaiming that alignment. Balance, we have a number 2 there again. There's a lot of 2s on this table and there are a lot of 7. So that's you listening to your spirit team. That's you finding that balance and that love inside of you. I'd say June is a very, very powerful month. And it's you making sure you're just in balance. Where do you, like, you're not going to run off into anything. You're going to think about it first. You're going to feel the balance and then do it. I love this for you. I love the month of June. Then come July. There's something, you're just ready. We have the moving on card here. It's 6, it's love and harmony. Can be about choices, but it's love and harmony mostly. Moving on, like this is when you're stepping into the limelight or to whatever conflicting thoughts you had in the month of April that made you a little bit stagnant or maybe kept you like, okay, I want all these things, but I don't seem to move forward. And then you just realize, okay, I just need to go about it in a different way. And I need to start with centering yourself, aligning yourself, and finding that power first. And then as you found that, you're now moving on. You're stepping into whatever it is that you want to step into. And it's like nothing is holding you back. Can we please clarify the month of July? Month of July here, please, for Scorpio. Another 7, awaiting results. One more card, please, for the month of July. Wow. Love abounds and awaiting results. Look at that. So a little bit like seeping over from the month of June, which is the power and aligning with yourself and like feeling that balance within. Awaiting results is you taking responsibility. You understanding that, okay, I'm not saying that you have, but if you have, or wherever you see that there's a rest of something going on, it's like you can't blame other people for certain things not going your way in your life anymore. You can't wait for other people to change their behavior for you to be able to move forward, etc., etc. This is you sort of like, okay, I get it. If I need to see a change, I need to work on myself. If I don't want to be a part of this anymore, I have to withdraw. Like you can't say you need to do this or that in order for this to work. No, you just understand. That's what they've been doing all along. And like, it's like, I can't remember that expression now, but like, you know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. I was thinking about Ricky Gervais as he's doing like the night at the museum. Fool me once. And then he doesn't say anything else. So it's like, no, other people are behaving the way that they are behaving, and it's not a surprise to you anymore. So for you to continue to sort of be upset about another person's behavior, or for you to not move forward due to something not changing, when you know for a fact it isn't changing, because this is not news to you. This is you taking your responsibility, saying, okay, I need to do something about it. I need to change. I need to withdraw. I need to make, you already had that a little bit in the month of May, that maybe go about it a different way and it will work. It doesn't mean that it's not for you. Maybe just go about it in a different way. And this is about working on your vibration, getting into that alignment, working so much and understanding, okay, me changing is gonna create a different outcome. And boy, does it. Love abounds. This is when you're stepping, this is the love vibration. This is when you're stepping into that beautiful crystal clear energy. Everything becomes clear. Everything, it's a clear path. If there's any confusion left, it's going to be so little, it's just laughable. It's a number 1, so it's a brand new beginning. It's new energy. It's you stepping into something really, really amazing. This can even be like a big opening for you spiritually, psychically, because we have the third eye in the heart there. So it's like it's an opening or an experience, can have a profound experience psychically, that something's really opening up for you in the month of July. And it's time to move on. It's like, okay, enough of all this, enough of what you've been in, enough of like, it's time to move on. And only you will know what that is about, whether that is in a relationship, whether that is at a job situation, whether that is like a way of looking at things, a belief system. Like whatever you've been doing, it hasn't served you. So it's like time to just rearrange the cards, if you will. Excuse me. And then we have the month of August, which is then asking you to really, this is come to the edge. And it's about living your life to the fullest. And if this is like, okay, so July is inspiring you to move on, to test something new, to leave people, situations, belief systems behind that doesn't serve you anymore. Again, it's not a conflicting situation, but it is testing your comfort a little bit, because it's asking you to like, it's one thing to meet someone new. So if this is you meeting someone new, Scorpio, if this is a newfound romantic partnership, if this is a business partner, if this is like a new friend, you're just being confronted with a new situation because you shifted your vibration. So there's going to be starting to come in new opportunities and new situations being presented to you. It's one thing to meet a person and sort of befriending them and seeing them for coffee and whatever, and a completely different thing to wholeheartedly allow someone in. And so again, it's this little back and forth feeling of, okay, so you're moving on and you are releasing some heavy stuff in your past, and love abounds here. We're like stepping into the love vibration. You're really connected to your heart, and therefore it's going to bring about new situations. It's going to bring about new opportunities, maybe a new emotional situation for you where it's like, I like it, but it's a little bit scary. It's a little bit like, I haven't felt this before. And it's really inspiring you to live, like to take that step and open up. Really invite someone in fully. And really invest in someone else as well. Like not just open up fully to someone, but to really be interested in someone else. What does it mean to really be interested in someone else? You put your whole ego to the side. It's not about you at all. It's all about them. And find out how fascinating other people can be if you just sort of get deeper and deeper and deeper into the layers, right? Or if this is like a calling, something, an opportunity is calling you. And you might be like, you have all these defense mechanism just popping up one after the other saying, too old, too young, too expensive, too this, too that. Rather than sort of failing, we're making all these things up that maybe it's just not for me. Maybe I shouldn't even try, you know. This is asking like, come to the edge. Just try it out. Give your whole heart into this and try it out. Okay, clarifying come to the edge, please, for the month of August. So I feel like definitely July and August are really like forward moving energies here. June as well, but June is it's just a little bit of a different feel to June. Okay, we have well-deserved reward. And I love how we have 36. That adds up to number 9. And because this is number 9. And we also have 369 if we add those together, 369, which is the numerology for all creation. It is the magic number to create whatever it is that you want. And this is you succeeding, well-deserved reward. This is you like, okay, you tried it out, you did it, you're going for it, and it's going to lead to just, you won't regret it. August is a coming home. It's a meeting of that beautiful soulmate. It's that perfect aligned job. It's what you worked for. It's maybe what you set out to do in January, and in August, it really pays off. And look at this. Then September is triumphant success. So the success continues. There's a breakthrough. You've something opened and you caught on. You're not like my dad here. You're not retrieving. You're not pulling back in. You're not like you're in for the ride. You want this. You want this change. You want this shift. You want this breakthrough, and you've been preparing for it for a long time, Scorpio. Can we clarify triumphant success? I love how it's like, you know, I think we fairly much would say that success is something really positive, right? But the fact that we have triumphant success is like highlighting exactly how successful it will be. Can we clarify triumphant success, please? We have solutions. Bling. And the moon. Solutions and the moon. And again, 2 purple borders. Why do I say that was again? Because we had 2 purple borders there, right? Okay. The moon and solutions. So solutions, we have success. So we have triumphant success, and explaining it by success comes from objective compromise, self-control and patience, forgiving and healing energy. There you go with the forgiveness again. We're healing things. You're interested in moving on rather than continue to be right about something. You're interested in taking, like, you just want to move on with your life. You want to create something different for yourself. The moon card is like, I can read it first. The opportunity to improve your plans. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. Face your fears and grow stronger. So this is when you really are paying attention to. This goes so much along with like reclaiming that power, listening to yourself, what puts you in alignment, what puts you in balance, and all of those things. And it's like it's helping you to trust the intuition that's already there. The intuition, like just like our guidance system, like our angel team, whatever. It's always there. It's always there. It doesn't matter what mood you're in, what vibration you're in. The GPS of your emotions are already in place. You can't fail that one. That's why it's sent with us. Like you can have 1,000 different thoughts going on simultaneously, but the feeling of something, whether it's on or off, cold or warm, it's always there. The question is just, are you listening? And I feel like this has been like a major practice for you. This is what you have been practicing. You have been practicing listening to yourself. And now, triumphant success, you're coming into the solutions of things, to the realization of things, opportunities arising. And it's because you now are starting to really, and Scorpio, you run deep. And so when you run deep like this and don't listen to yourself, it usually crashes and burns. But now, as you start to really pay attention to that guidance system, this is you finding your truest path. This is you like, oh my God, like, is this what it feels like to really pay your attention to my guidance systems? I might have started to do that a little bit sooner, but now's the time. 14 is a new beginning for the heart. You're coming into that. Well, you already started to open here. And as you just continue to listen to yourself and like not be steered away by others, as you just continue to be successful, listen to yourself as you move forward. That's for the month of September. And then come into October. So that's going to be your month, right? Scorpio season. There's something that We have 52, so that's like that's the last week of the year, right? So numerology wise, it's a couple of things happening here, I feel, with this one, because numerology wise, it's about like the last of the challenge, the last week of the year. We're wrapping it up. We're coming to a close. We're moving on. We're forgiving. 5 is a challenge that we can overcome. It's a great opportunity for change. And 2 is balance there. And if we add those up, we have another 7 again. So it's like that guidance, that healing. And this is the mending card. And so if this is a situation that has been just going on forever and ever and ever, and it can be with another person, and it's just that, it is just that feeling of not getting along, or it's just that drama with that person, that really is time to just forgive and move on. It does not serve you. Whatever you're trying to accomplish here, Scorpio, at some time, this would come back, because this, I'm not sure is the only thing that might hinder you to fully move on, but it sure is one thing that holding on to something, or it can even be like a situation. If this is a situation, this card is talking about if there's a situation that you had so many high hopes for, you invested a lot of time, a lot of energy, perhaps a lot of money into a situation, and it just fell flat. It just didn't go anywhere. It didn't work out. Instead of like trying to just pick it up and put the pieces together, or try to not sort of claim defeat, you try to keep it alive. You try to just have it to move forward, because it just feels bad to acknowledge that it didn't work. And it's okay. I picked the wrong one, which is like completely clear now what I want to do for the future. I know now what not to do. So it can be about forgiveness towards yourself. Like, it's okay. It's okay. Just has made it crystal clear where I want to go. So there's a mending here in your, it's important for some reason that it's in your season. It's Scorpio being in Scorpio season, and you're just mending things. You're forgiving, you're making a choice to move on. Like, okay, I'm going to give this a rest. And even if someone else, if this is around a person, even if someone else is just not going to drop it, you're in the wrong here. Then Scorpio just go, okay, I guess I am. And then move on. It doesn't matter, because you know that you're not, but it's not the point anymore. And like, as I continue to look down, the amounts of 7s on this table is like, and then adding up, like clear 7s and then 5s and 2s on the table, it's just a little bit mind-blowing. So it's like overcoming challenges that leads into like just pure healing. It's done. It's healed. Karma is healed. Can we just clarify this mending, please? Mending for Scorpio in Scorpio season. Wow. Yeah. This is you creating love in your own life. This is you just making a choice. Manifest. This is you being the magician. This is you choosing whatever it is that you want to have, which means it brings the responsibility to drop what doesn't work. They can be in the wrong. You can be completely right about something that someone else has done that it's just not okay. It's just not okay. Doesn't matter anymore. They know that they're wrong. You know that they're wrong. Even if they're not admitting it, even if they get other people to think that you're in the wrong, it does not matter. Drop it. Just drop it like it's hot, and then move on. Because you're creating something new for yourself. You're creating love. Out of nothing, you're creating love. And you're taking charge of this. Like, you're deciding, okay, no matter what's going on, I'm just going to choose love instead. I'm just going to go there, and I'm just going to choose it no matter what. I don't care anymore. Like, it's okay. It's done. I'm mending this now. Done. Then comes November. And Scorpio, this is when it's time to, like, you feel like you're so on track of things. You're so, like, things are so changing for you. things are really starting to come in and fall into place. And we have this discontent and boredom, which means that you're not having any of the speed. Like you just wish it could just, can we just hurry it up so we can just get to live this? There's always a purpose to the timing of things. Can we, sorry for laughing. Can we clarify November for Scorpio, please? Wow. Okay. So this month, November, is really, again, with the, I mean, this year of spiritual strength, spiritual growth, spiritual maturity, I even dare to say, the times of the, this is the third time that we have a double purple border come out. 1, 2, 3. We also have the purple with a chariot. But 3 times with a double border come out, which is like highlighting the spiritual path. And look at this. We have the High Priestess and the Strength card. It's like the power in the moon again. This is the month of November. When you're when you're discontent and bored, when you're feeling like a little bit of impatience is creeping in, like, can we just please hurry up? This is when it's time to really go inward, to really feel that connection with your inner being, to really sit with that power within yourself. You are building something from within and then to the outside. That's really strong and really powerful. Scorpio, you just need to practice this patience. You just need to practice the stillness of things and just understand that there is power in the silence. There's power in the non-movement. And again, number 2 and 11, which is a master number, so we don't add it up to number 2, but because we've had so many 2s on the table. Do you see how much this is about balance and love? Balance, 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 balance. Find that balance within. Find that strength, that power. This is so much about figuring it out, getting light bulb moments, like aha situations, going, wow, like one thing after the other. It might not be like it's exploding in your face, but it might be like little, do you know those subtle moments that they're just so subtle, but it shifts everything? Have you had those moments that where it's like, I can't ignore that. I just saw 52 there on the clock, which is another 7, another 5 and a 2 and a 7. And as I said, that is a 52, 52. You're overcoming challenges. You're finding the balance, which brings a lot of healing. 5, 2, 7. And then comes December, where I would just go with the flow. A change in the wind. Here's the change. Here's when it really starts to happen. Time to go and a change in the wind. Change in the wind with the zebra there and time to go. So this is the energy that you've been waiting for. This is it. Now the winds are starting to pick up speed and change things around you in your environment. Now it's not on an energetic level anymore. It's starting to happen. What did I have moving on in the month of July? You're changing, you're shifting things, and you're moving on. And it's saying, like, if that's the final dropping a person, and I don't mean to sound like harsh in a way that just drop people left and right, but if this is you hanging on to something that just doesn't serve you anymore, if it's a job, if it's a relationship, if it's a belief system, even a place where you live, where you spend a lot of time, listen to when you need to go, and like try not to hold on to something too long, because the universe will just nudge you in that direction, and it's always easier to go by yourself than be nudged. Which one? This one. Actually, you're gonna get 2. Okay, clarify December, please, for Scorpio. December. first card out is another purple border. The Hanged Man. You're gonna change your perspective on things. You're gonna look at things in a different way, and you're gonna change things in the month of December. What do we have for Scorpio? This is gonna be the last card out. Take the lead. And it's another purple border. So it's the 4th time that we have like a double setting of the purple border. There's so much spiritual growth during 2024 for Scorpio. It's unbelievable. And I love this. We have perspective 12 with 12. And then 12 adds up. 1 and 2 adds up to number 3, which is, so it's like you're changing your perspective. You're taking a different, like, you're really taking a different approach to something. You dare to be yourself. And that's going to bring you into the driver's seat. That's going to bring you into the action of it all. It's almost like Scorpio is waiting to be who they are. If you just fully, I know it's not so just, it's like it's just one thing that everyone, you know, we're just at the end of the day, just trying to be ourselves, right? Fully be ourselves. It's going to create this feeling of you are in control. You can take the lead of the situation. The fire, the energy, the control, the opportunity is in the palm of your hand, and you can steer it. 3 is celebration, creation, manifestation. So Scorpio, I'd say the only month that is a little bit tricky, that's going to sort of demand a little bit more of you, is April. April, and then a big healing month is your season. So April and your season. And then like the 7s, the 5 and the 2 that adds up to 7 are just in complete control here, like in complete taking over the energy. So it's like healing, changing a situation, finding balance, and then like come into the ultimate feeling freedom. It's really quite astounding. Please come back and visit every month if you wish to like look back, look forward. What can I do to prepare for a certain month? What can I expect? Obviously, if you feel like you resonate with this. So that was your year, 2024. I hope this is helpful. I hope it will guide you over the year. And thank you so much for your likes and subscribes. I really, really appreciate it. It helps the channel so much. Therefore, it helps me so much. So thank you so much, guys. Take care. Bye.